telling you that we've gone live.
It's all the marketing notifications Grace has pushed out everywhere.
Hello, and welcome to DevCast Ops. My name is Barnaby, and this evening I am joined by James and Wale, our usual crew. And we're going to...
Sorry, we have to edit the beginning.
Do you want to redo? Do you want to take it away? Go on, fire off.
No, it's only because I was still chewing while we went live. So, if you go back now, you see me eating my chips.
You are welcome to go into the YouTube studio and edit the video if you want. You could get rid of the 5 seconds of black as well while you're at it.
Okay, I'll do that. So start again for the...
Sure, why not? Let's roll it again, and we'll see if we actually did it. So, ready?
There's no chewing this time, yeah?
Hello, and welcome to DevCast Ops. My name is Barnaby, and tonight I'm joined by Wale, who has just enjoyed a lovely dinner, and James. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
I didn't get to finish it.
Didn't get to finish it. You should be more organised with your afternoons. You've had a whole day not working.
I won't say anything.
James, you want to run through sort of a little bit what we're doing today as we're
the
OIDC stuff?
So we've now got Vault and Nomad talking to each other. I suppose the next step I would probably like is to get these services out of our little private network, because it's all well and good connecting through the network when we want to do stuff like this, but if it's just quick debugging and stuff, it's quite a faff. But as people that have been watching the streams for a while may notice, we don't log into Nomad or Console. We just go to the website and it's like, yeah, cool, here's all the information. So we obviously need to lock that down before we even think about exposing anything more public, because if someone can get into Nomad, they can start causing havoc. Don't want people to be running Bitcoin mining jobs on our info.
Why not?
Because we should be getting the Bitcoins, not them.
I have a question in regards to that then. So if we're going to be using Vault to log into Nomad, and we want to obviously put Nomad available to the public, I mean, not to the public, but be able to access from the internet, but we can't access Vault from the internet.
So Vault would have to go up as well. So the thought with this, whether we do it or not, is still yet to be decided. Where I'm messing with something called Traffic, which is a ingress no bouncer thing. It's got a fancy data dashboard. When it's more usable, we'll do a stream about it. We may not even want to go with it. We may change to a simple Nginx server. But for now, that's what I'm messing with. And the thought with that is all our traffic goes through there, and then we go to all our services, and we can expose all or none of our services, whether we just expose a website, which is hopefully coming at some point, or whether we expose everything and we only have to log into our VPN when things go wrong or we have to mess with our actual servers. If we just want to talk to our services, we can just log in. We can just go via our website. But before we can do that, OIDC.
Thank you.
And
Whoa.
Getting ready to do some OIDC.
Yeah.
I can tell you're excited.
I am sure this is going to be more complicated than it will be. But we've got a guide on how to connect Vault and
James suspects that this was going to be very smooth. So just letting you know now.
Based on our track record, it will take 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. So,
although we do have everything we need.
We do have everything we need. It's just connecting these together, and I'm sure we'll miss something.
100%.
So the first thing that this guy suggests, we're just following the Hashi guide on how to connect this together. I'm sure we could bumble along doing ourselves, but there's a guide, so why do it ourselves? So the first thing we'll do is set up a OIDC client. Yeah.
Do you remember what the difference between OIDC and JWT is off the top of your head?
OIDC is for people, JWT is for machines.
Applications.
I believe there's no fundamental difference between the two. I think OIDC normally runs into groups. Like you have groups within OIDC. I think JWT is more about entity aliases and identity workload stuff that we messed around with last week. Yeah, last week. That's how we set up Vault and Nomad Scale with JWT. Also, did someone just follow us?
I got an email, but I haven't checked.
I can't see anything on Twitch.
No.
I'm distrusting of.
Yeah, we just got a Twitch email saying Abby GK just followed. I don't have any way of actually like seeing useful activity feed. Yeah, someone just followed. Welcome and thank you for the follow.
Thank you.
OIDC. Follows are always much appreciated. It's nice to see it's TF. I'm going to change this guide into Terraform code.
Yep, that's going to be fun.
Terraform Vault provider. Yeah. Okay. First thing we need to do is we need to create an assignment group that authorizes the new identity and the engineering group. Okay.
Are we looking at the same thing?
This is what I sent you. It's create a Vault OIDC client is the first step we need to do. Maybe we'll create a group as well, actually.
Wait. What guide are you following? Sorry, I'm confused.
Single sign
the
on
one
SSO OIDC Vault. This one. The one I sent like 3 hours ago.
Yeah, I know, but like, because isn't the first thing?
I think the first steps are sort of giving you as a person access to Vault. We already have access to Vault through single sign-on.
Oh, okay. Because then it says here, okay, yeah, and then skip the Vault authentication part as well. Enabling user pass.
Which we don't need because we've got other way of logging in. Oh, we already have groups. We already have an admin group. Sweet.
Okay.
I can use that. So we need a assignment. Always spelling things wrong. Because it's an assignment. So wants to make first. Nomad. What's the user entities and engineering group? So this can just be groups, can't it? I don't need to do both entities and groups.
Should be fine.
Because we have this admin group. Cool. And then we need to add a key. It's going to call this stuff Nomad. Oh, wait. Should at least try and keep to the format we're going.
The Vault stuff, it would be more useful so we can policy off it.
Yeah.
Needs to be.
Then allowed client IDs. So I need that one as well. And that is everyone. Array of role client IDs. I don't think we've made a role yet.
Is this Vault side or?
This is in Vault.
No, we haven't got any rules.
Yeah, no, we should probably lock this down, but for now that's fine. Because that may also be the client ID in Nomad or something. Here we go.
Rotation period.
So that lets you do all. So any client ID will be allowed. If I set that to like Nomad, it'll lock down just the Nomad client IDs. It'll just allow the client ID of Nomad. I think that's fine for now. Say you want retention period. I don't think we need that stuff, do we? Like, there's because the retention period and verification TTL. I think we just go default for now.
Yeah.
And we can lock things down when needed.
We don't need to be like super quick on the rotations, especially to start off with.
And I create the client.
Oh, this redirect URIs. I remember when we were working on this. That was hard. Oh, yeah. I think we already have something similar in one of our code. We could just grab the URLs from there.
So this is so this needs to be the Nomad redirect URLs, I think.
We
Which
can't route for them. We'll have to do them IP based. You can't use the DevCast ops. It's not routable on the public. Is our DNS set up in a way that the internal stuff knows about the other internal stuff, or is it just external?
Yeah, I mean, it's also on localhost. I could just leave it as this. No, I can't. No, because this is your browser going to.
Yep.
So this needs to be where your browser goes to. Nothing to do with services. Can services talk to each other?
So not HTTPS as well.
Yep.
Comms. All the websites.
I mean, this should be more variabilized, but it's fine for now. And then I need to tell it the assignment. So I think this would go in here. I'm not going to worry about that for now.
Ooh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Okay, and then it says we care about the output of this as the client ID. Have no outputs yet.
Yeah, shocking.
It's not that unusual with Vault because there's not a huge amount of stuff that you actually care about outputting because you will either setting up policies and auth methods that you'd be able to log in directly. The only thing you'd ever really output would be initial credentials, which probably shouldn't be handling in Terraform outputs.
No.
Third one, client ID.
ID. So that should be the ID we care about. So my thought is we're probably going to want to pass these values from this Terraform into the Nomad Terraform. So we may use the inbuilt Terraform Cloud output stuff. Certainly if we need to get the secret out of this, that's probably the best way of doing it.
Sounds good.
Or we let the other code have access to Vault in some way.
Yeah, we can. I think I did it for the stateful stuff where GCP base can read the state file of GCP stateful workspace, which is an interesting way to do it. And I'm not sure if it's better or worse.
It means a secret lives. Well, the secret always lives in state file. So it's no worse because the secret may already be there. I don't know how Vault does it, which is weird. Okay, that is the client. Now we need to create the. Okay, let's just run this. Let's make sure this actually does something.
Yep.
Just going to actually remember how to PowerShell. This is cool. Okay. Oh, that's a big PowerShell window.
Nice and readable.
No, I can't. There. Git. OIDC. God, I need to set back up my commit signing.
And we'll hear the same thing next week again.
Yeah, I completely forget it's a thing that I.
No, I think it's because it's so quick. Like it goes. Even when I'm sat next to you, you do that. It's like in seconds, it's done. So.
No, the commit signing means that it prompts when I do the commit.
All right.
And it means that I actually get on GitHub, it actually sees that it's my user that's done it. So you get the icon.
Oh.
I can't remember if I've set mine up on this computer yet.
I don't think I have done that either.
So this keeps trying to change. So I'm going to edit my code to.
Just going to wrap it in a lower.
No, I'm just going to write it lower.
What's that?
Nomad. It's just default that. Role. It's just these, I think, isn't it? Default role of Nomad backend. That one.
Shouldn't you be passing the role from the JWT auth backend role to the default role? Wouldn't it be the other way around?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh no, because this is this.
Oh yeah, nice circular dependency. Yeah.
Anyway, that'll just go to the next time we go. So let's play that. So this should give us the OIDC stuff. If it ever decides to. Oh yeah, it's running our agent. Hopefully our agent's still up and happy.
Yeah, it is. Ooh, error.
Unsupported path. Does the path, can the path not have forward slashes in it?
It depends where you put them. Okay.
Well, it's here. It's the key and the assignment. I think these can't have forward slashes in them.
Swap it out for an underscore and see if it makes it happy. But normally it's fine with slashes.
I think it may be because we're in the identity part. Like it's identity OIDC. Like it's it was the key in the assignment, which I think in the grand scheme of things aren't actual things that exist in UI. So I don't think they you can policy off these. I mean, I'm sure you can, but.
Or there would be the final pass for policy, so it wouldn't really matter for wildcarding.
Yeah.
It's interesting. interesting with like the policy stuff. There's a lot of fun things you can do and build out interesting policy landscapes, but I don't think it'll be a long time before we're big enough that we'll really need anything complex with sort of different policies attached.
We've got these. Like this is where our stuff becomes complex because we're not namespace locked.
Yeah.
It gives some weirdity in that way. Okay. Oh, this is the one that failed. Let's start this one. Great. God, it's so really doesn't like jumping between like screens.
I wonder if you set them to be the same resolution, whether it'd be happier.
Well, this is still 4K.
Nice, super tiny.
I'm not changing the resolution. I'm just zooming in. I'm just changing the scaler. So it mass scales. Well, yeah, this is because. Is that better?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, perfect.
I can't say that I can't read it now, but
so this is 100%. But it's a little bit big. It annoys me so many of these things. Like I zoom in and the sidebar just gets wider and wider. It's like, but there's still so much space.
Now again.
Well, I didn't because the dependencies. That was kind of expected. That needs to be understood. I really hope that the reason why these can't be forward slashes isn't because they want to make sure people have a reason to use namespaces over just forward slashing it.
With the amount of other stuff you can do, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, I think it's just this is like identity stuff. Because this isn't a provider we've set up. This is
the things like identities mounted at sys/identity. It's not the thing. You wouldn't be prefixing the identity, which is kind of how namespacing works. You essentially just prefix the entire path.
Yeah, I don't think you can actually like, because this is, oh yeah, the error was talking about the identity path. So I don't think the things I've created you can actually like find in the UI.
Yeah, you probably be able to get them with some through the CLI.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. No, sorry, it's these. You got application, keys, assignments. Yeah. So these are what we've created.
I wonder if you try and create a key through the UI, whether it will throw an error saying certain characters aren't allowed.
Let's put a path. Which is fair. I think these become the URL. These get embedded in the URLs that get passed around. So I imagine actually it gets quite complicated when you're going to this. Cool. So that is application keys assignments. Now the next thing it wants me to do is create a scope. So it wants one of these.
Does that mean you have to do another output for the user scope template?
No, because that's just like what gets passed into this. Like this template, it wants it to be this.
If you're being really fussy, you could do it through a template file in Terraform and template it that way.
I mean, this is
a short one.
Oh God!
/.
I don't have a backslash on my keyboard. Well, I do, but I can't find it.
You're funky. You're a Japanese keyboard.
My 144 letter Japanese keyboard is causing difficulties. Actually, this should be in a different file.
And we won't need to work because they are doing basic encoding with base 64.
That's just for the way Vault CLI works. The telephone code will do it for us.
Okay.
Just to make sure I call it correctly. Because these scopes can be used for any OIDC stuff. Because they want usernames and groups. So actually, there's groups done. Entity, groups names. And we can edit, we can add more things to these if needed. Like you can send email and stuff through. I think what we really care about is username and groups.
Yep, for now.
And then we need a provider. I love the way that Terraform docs for providers are. If you know the last part of the chain, you'll have an example that has all the parts you need. But when you're halfway through, it only has the blocks of it and before. But that's how things are.
I guess it doesn't necessarily know what you want to do underneath it.
Yeah. Okay. HTTPS enabled. True. Oh, this doesn't have any of this stuff.
Issue a host.
Well, that would just be default, I assume.
We only need allow there, right? And scope. Yep.
Yeah, I need allowed client IDs, which is interesting because there's allowed client IDs up here as well. And then scope supported is going to be group.
Do you know, for that output that you did there, can you see the example? They're using client underscore ID. In your output, you're actually just doing the ID, right? I think it might be the client ID instead of just ID.
Client underscore ID in our guide is because they're saving it to a bash environment variable. I think like this. I mean, I've got the output. I mean, I can show you.
So ID, that probably the ID of the resource.
It's just the path.
So cool. There's no difference between ID and client ID then.
Well, client ID is they're saving it to a bash environment variable, which they've decided to call client ID. That should work. And then we get a deal with Nomad. Well, there's actually, it's quite nice. It's actually telling us the test we can do to prove that it works. Which is one of the things that, until you actually dive into OIDC, means absolutely nothing.
So many things on some client side with JWT and OIDC auth where people are like, oh, it's configured wrong on the Vault side, and having the checks just go, I can generate a JWT token and fire it at the endpoint, and it gives me a token back and saying login successful is so nice. Otherwise, it's very easy to spend hours trying to figure out what's going on. And then it turns out it's fine on your end and they've got the wrong endpoint that their application's targeting or something like that. Yep.
Or just like not using the port or something annoying like that. Okay, so we should now have OIDC set up. So if I go to this lovely address, grab our Vault URL, and then provider is core Nomad, and we're not using JQ. Yay, it works. And the one thing we should probably care about is, there we go, groups, and then OpenID. Cool. I'm going to leave this up because this may actually have useful information for the future. question is, do we want to configure Nomad in a different Terraform repo?
Yes.
Cool.
Because that repo is core Vault, so it would be weird to have Nomad in there.
Do we want to do it in the same repo we've been doing the HCL files? The Nomad jobs, just to keep all that together.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Cool. Could I trust one of you two to make me a workspace off that repo while I start making some code? Mainly because it's just going to find all my like Git repos and stuff, which maybe isn't something I should be showing on screen. For
some secret Git repos that you're working on.
There's just so much that I've been doing randomly over the last 10, 15 years of Git that I feel like I shouldn't be streaming my like VCS connection stuff.
Yeah, no, I'll set one up. You don't want to air your dirty Git history.
Just you don't know. I don't know. It's also a good opportunity to show how I've renamed all this stuff. So look, we now have no more Ansible and Nomad folder. We have a folder per like type of Nomad resource. So core is the like agent and traffic. CSI is all the CSI stuff we need. DCOG is the stuff that run on DCOG node, and sysbash is the sysbatch stuff.
And that's because we are running those manually, those jobs.
Yeah, and it was just like one in a folder called Nomad, and it made no sense. So I wanted to make it easier. Now they're going to put it back into their folder called Nomad.
We're still using the MC Nomad folder. That's the one you want linked. Do we have our own?
Yeah, it's going to be MC Nomad. I'm going to rename it at some point, but renaming Git repos is a pain.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
So. Which folders are called? I'm just going to make a folder called Terraform. Terraform or setup?
Terraform, because we have Ansible and Nomad in there already.
There's no more Ansible in there.
No, there's no Ansible in there. So
I guess we still have the Nomad one.
Yeah, it's fine. File name.tf.
So this will be Terraform configuration.
I mean, I'm fine.
We have to enable ACL first.
In Nomad.
We have to go into the Yeah, we have to add the ACL file. Or we just add the ACL enable in the current configuration we have. Doesn't really matter.
Oh, we have to do Nomad Bootstrap.
Yeah, before that.
So we have to now go to Ansible and Bootstrap Nomad.
Yeah.
Time for Nomad to explode. Oh, this is what's going to take the rest of the stream.
Nah, I'm positive.
So we bootstrap a server.
Yeah, you'd bootstrap on a server. If it works anything like a console.
Yeah, it's the server.
Well, we just run a simple command.
No. Wait. But the HCL, the configuration file, that needs to have ACL equals to true, enabled true.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
On all servers? Oh, sorry, on server and client? Or just server?
It's only for server. So ACL. Oh, where are you? Okay, yeah. So ACL equals and then curly bracket, enabled equals true, and then equals true, and then close the curly bracket.
Like that?
Yeah. I guess you don't need the equal, right? As in after ACL. No. Sorry, after ACL. Okay.
Yeah, it's not. And then I still need to bootstrap it. Still need to bootstrap it?
Yeah, bootstrap. I thought we were gonna do the bootstrap using Terraform.
It'd be weird to bootstrap it using Terraform because it's part of the config.
Yeah, you do it once.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to break everything.
We only do it on one of them as well, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
We only have one server, so at the moment it doesn't really matter. But
yeah.
if we did have more speed, you need to bootstrap one, and it should replicate.
Still this.
So now when we're doing this, we also have to now create a policy.
I think you get an admin policy by default.
Okay. So
So this will give us a token that means that we can use it, but this token is then like ephemeral and should be dispersed. Do we just do this manually, like Vault setup?
no, it's
So-
fine because this token we'll get rid of it eventually, right? So it's fine to do it like this and show
Well,
it.
we need to get the token out of Ansible.
This is why I'm suggesting we use Terraform, because if we use Terraform, we can use Terracle to do the bootstrap and then get the output from Terracle into wherever we need it for.
My suggestion is I run a command in a terminal. Like we're initializing Vault manually.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I think for now, run it terminal based. It's something we could do Ansible in an Ansible way, the same way we can initialize Vault in an Ansible way, but it's not necessarily needed.
Well, we then need to get this token into Terraform.
That's why I was saying yes, just use Terraform. It will be fine.
But the second run would fail. You can never run this command once.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
It's for now. I'll make the ACL change. I'll rerun the cluster. And we see what happens.
Okay.
Just delete the line.
I'm just looking at it. You're right, actually, if that's the case.
And you could have some funky Terraform that check to see if it had been run, and then using some data blocks, and then decides to run it based off that. But I have enough complicated Terraform.
Yeah, I mean, I think Terracle won't throw an error though. With that, I don't think it will throw an error.
But then Terraform won't be able to authenticate with Nomad.
Yeah, because you won't get the token the second time. It'll just get nothing. So even if it gracefully fails the curl with cluster already bootstrapped, there's no output that can be passed the bit that's trying to create resources.
So I'll try this outside of the stream.
This is a good chance of a pipeline to run like an initial setup pipeline that edits all the services and then passes things through correctly. So like this will initialize Terraform, this will initialize Nomad, and then put the key from Nomad into the Terraform code, then run the Terraform code. And by the end of the pipeline runs, everything can log into itself correctly, but it does all the like jumping through the hoops and doing things in correct order. I feel like we're going to get to the point where this can't easily be started from scratch. And at that point, it would be quite fun to tear it all down and try and start it from scratch.
Yeah, I think the thing is, it would be cool if we could build it in a way where it was entirely self-sufficient. Because a lot of it's with these things, it's like, oh, I want to spin something up. I'm going to create some secrets. I'm going to store the secrets in Vault, but Vault doesn't exist yet. How do you kind of get it in a way where it can do it?
Or could you spin Vault up first, initialize Vault, and then you can store secrets in Vault?
Yeah. Or have it so it checks to see, or tries to put something in Vault, and if it doesn't, creates a temporary file to store it in while Vault is being created. Although our Vault instance is pretty much fairly self-sufficient, so it wouldn't be too hard to spin that first.
But we'd need something to initialize Vault, put that stuff somewhere useful. Which something you could do is initialize Vault through Ansible, put the initial keys into itself, load the root token into Terraform, and then on first boot, it's up to us to go in and get the keys we then have access to because Terraform's spun it up correctly. So you almost build it in a way that means you never need to have the root token yourself.
Yeah, it's the bit about that's tricky is on subsequent runs, once you provoke that root token, having it so it can go, oh, the root token doesn't exist. I will dynamically generate a token through whatever auth method we have set up. Ansible's not that great for, I guess we run it through Nomad at that point.
Yeah, it's difficult. Problems for future us. It's a really fun challenge. I've been doing it at work with the Kubernetes cluster of how do you build an entire platform in a way that means you can tear it down and start it every day if needed.
I think I'm pretty close to having it on client side. There's just a little bit of a circular dependency in there, which
is all your Vault clusters are circular dependent on each other.
Yeah. But you could probably get most of the way through. But then the stuff we have, we generate a lot of our secrets aren't permanent. So most of it we could just regen at the time, which makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
Like if we create another TLS, it was like, whatever.
Yeah, we can recut the cert if we run the. If anything, it'll help because it means our 3 months till something fails just gets pushed back. We never actually see what happens on the cert refresh because we run this every week.
We'll have to really diverge into a different topic to get to that 3 months.
Okay, well, there is the Nomad server probably broken.
I'm sure it's fine.
I just looked up the part where you said
Not
everything
authorized.
it would throw an error. So we could have used lifecycle ignore changes with the Terracal command.
I dislike Terracal, and I think at that point we're pulling. If we're using Terraform for that, why aren't we using Terraform to set up our console certs? Because it for the internal encryption, it falls into the same use case as that.
I'm just trying to keep everything within the same Terraform configuration.
But we also have Ansible.
Yeah, but Ansible is doing something else. Now that we want to use the token using Terraform, then it makes sense to use that, right? Because at this point,
we want to use it inside Terraform. That doesn't mean we don't want to generate into it. Doesn't mean Terraform's script has to generate it.
Yeah, because either you'd have it just stored in the state file, or it would fail on regen. I guess our state files are in TFC, so they are encrypted at rest, which is good. But state files aren't necessarily the securest place to be storing secret information.
I'm just sending you guys the output. Because secrets and all that.
Oh, if anyone ever breaks into our Discord, they'll have a field day.
all this should be a tweet. Provide a token, so I can now. What part of this is the token?
secret ID.
Oh yeah. Yay! Access! Didn't break it! Yeah!
So working.
All right. God, right. Okay, now we've got that. Now we need to set up our Terraform code So if someone can load that in as a variable who's setting up the authentication.
Do you want to ping what the variable will be called?
It'll be an environment variable, won't it? Isn't it just nomad token all caps?
Are you going to put it that way?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Should I not be? Get the paradox. I'm just going to do the address.
If it's environment variable, so that means we don't need to specify the actual secret ID. We should just pick it up naturally, right?
For the nomad.
Yeah, for nomad.
Oh no, we just give it the secret ID, I think.
No, shouldn't it behave similar to AWS, where with AWS provider, when you're using it, you don't, if it's environment variable, I don't think you have to even specify it.
Sorry, I don't have to add it. I don't have to add it to variable, but I have to.
That should now be added.
See? Can you add a nomad URL as well?
Yep.
Oh, sorry. ADDR.
Nomad ADR.
Nomad address.
Yeah, ADDR. Like this one. Try to make it slightly similar to the Vault one.
You said that, and I was going to I was going to put Vault dash.
And I want that. That needs to be with HTTPS and with port, I think.
Yeah.
Make sure that's the same. Go, I cannot see the main provider. It's provider. That's what it's. Name provider. Cool.
Why is it still showing an error under that?
I don't know. Oh, because I'm an idiot. That's why. There you go. Good spot. Cool. Now, next step. That's this should now authenticate. Barnaby did his job correctly.
Oof, Barnaby. Pressure.
50-50.
There.
You file policy.tf. We set up policy. Oh, this kind of wants you to use a rule. That's fun. Let's just do this. Let's go. Oh, so okay, that's cool. You can knock down quite a lot of what policies can do, but for now,
so we would be classified as operator, right?
Oh, we're admin. It's currently what it is. But yeah, we should probably build an admin role and build an operator role, and getting access to the admin role.
Oh, can we set up Vault groups? Is that?
Yeah, we're authenticating via. Yeah, we're authenticating. We'll be authenticating via groups.
But there's you can essentially have certain paths as protected paths. So access requires approval from another group. I can't remember if it's an enterprise feature.
That sounds like an enterprise feature.
Let me have a little look.
What do we want our policy to look like?
So I think namespace default is fine, right? Because we don't have any other namespaces in.
Yeah.
So it'll be default.
And then write access is highest access.
Right. I'll leave that up to you guys.
Well, yeah. I mean, for now, this is an admin thing.
Yeah, but we still have to. Do we have the capability as well? So yeah,
There's
and then
agent mode and quota as well.
I was saying after line 7, if you hit enter, I think we have to put capabilities as well.
What do you mean by capabilities?
So in the namespace policy, so policy right, and then capabilities, and then we can do list jobs, read jobs.
That's
oh, sorry, that's if we use read. My bad. If we use read, but with write, I don't think it matters. It's fine. Never mind.
Wow. Okay, this is more complicated than I was expecting it to be. Oh yeah, because then there's paths capabilities. Okay. I'm gonna say this is fine and see what happens. This looks like something we need to.
Yeah, we need more time on it.
Well, policies also a thing as well. So I don't know if we need to like create policies and then.
Look, I'm scared by policy, so.
Oh, we can create namespaces.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. I will look into that in sessions because that seems more complicated than I was expecting.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if we get it to work, we can always add to it.
Oh, you create a policy and then you create a role. So that's policy. And then let's create a role.
I found out what the Vault thing that I was talking about is called. It's called control groups, and it is an enterprise feature.
Nice. That is a good enterprise feature.
Yeah, you can essentially, on particular paths, you can have a control group for it, and then if someone wants access to that path, it will. I think it pings the control group for approval. So very enterprisey if someone's essentially requiring sort of two eyes to get access, or 4 eyes to get access to a secret.
Access, yeah. So OIDC, token locality, token name format. Sure. Should I make sure that this is okay? Discovery URL. That is Nomad. That's the Vault URL. Should I do this correctly? Should probably do this correctly. No, I'm gonna vault.devclass.com. How do we want to get client ID and secret ID? Do we want to do it manually for now? Do we want to pull it in? Maybe manually for now and then pull it in later?
Yeah, do it manually now and we can automate it later.
Okay, so this is going to be var.client ID. And then this needs to be client ID as well. Is one of you two able to get the secret ID out?
Secret ID out?
From the Vault auth method. If you look, it does the command you need to run is somewhere on the guide.
Let me have a
there may be a way of doing it via the GUI as well. That is Nomad.
Is it the client secret that you're looking for?
Yes.
I guess let's see if that root token is still in my bash history.
I mean, you can log in with OIDC.
Yeah, but it might, if it's just in my bash history, I can just just run the command.
That is true. Finally, we can default this one. Then I need to do a binding rule.
I do still have that. It's still saved.
Perfect. Oh, I put some policy. No. OIDC. OIDC. You.
I've got unsupported operation.
Make sure you've got the provider and stuff correct.
Yeah, I missed the slash. Yeah, I went missed the slash name.
Admin. That one. Admin. My name is admin. I think that's admin in list roles. These are vault admin. These are vault called admin. No, of course not. Like it would be that simple. Okay, I think when Barnaby puts the secret in the right location.
So you want client ID or client secret, and you want this where?
Client secret, and I want it in a.
You want a Terraform variable.
I want it in a Terraform variable called secret underscore ID. I can make it client secret if that'd be easier, but
yeah, it doesn't really matter. And this is just regular. So client secret or secret underscore ID?
Secret underscore ID is what I've got. I am so curious if this is just going to work. I would be shocked if it does, but
Interesting.
Cool. Should all be in place.
Cool.
I just tried the Vault CLI within the Vault console, Vault UI.
Oh,
Not bad.
It's a little bit weird if you run proper CLI commands.
Yeah, it's just Vault stuff I ran.
But no, if you run like Vault, I think if you use some of the CLI commands, like some of the KV or like policies reads, it sometimes goes a bit funny. It does sort of like read write list. It's happily, but if you're using sort of the sub commands, it's not always that happy.
If you're trying to do more than just get a secret, it's fun.
Yeah, because I just literally the command you just ran to get the secret, client secret for him. I just did the same, and it worked. I was shocked at how quick it was. Oh.
Thumb didn't set up the directory. Fingers crossed. I mean, it wants to create 4 things. That's a good start.
Let's see if it has enough access to do so.
Oh, yeah. Forgot it. Also needs authentication into the thing now.
Well, it has the root
Oh. Token. Do you want to know what access it doesn't have?
Access the box.
Internet access.
And now we have to try and kill it aggressively.
No, it successfully killed it. It killed itself aggressively. Turned out. I understand why Terraform doesn't like ping the service on plan, but I feel it really should be pinging the service on plan. Like, you're trying to create things. Make sure the things you're trying to create don't already exist. I know for most things that IDs are weird and you can't just accept they all exist. But
yeah, it would be nice, like with stuff where it needs access to something, if it just does like a login command to see if it can talk to it.
Well, like these, their IDs would be known. Like, why can't it go and find out if they already exist, and if they do, give you the option to like import as part of it? 403 permission denied. What have we failed to do? It is Nomad HTTP auth. Oh no, wait. Community the user use pass. It's not that one. Address.
I think I have all the bits set up.
It doesn't look like we can just specify a token.
Permission denied.
Address, region, HTTP, CA, subham, file headers, vault token, console token. Oh, it's secret ID. Oh no, or Nomad token. It's secret ID or Nomad token. Nomad token. That, I mean, that looks correct.
Yeah, but we probably have to specify in the provider part. You know, when you're telling, you need to know this maybe Nomad token.
No, we're using environment variables.
Yeah, pull from the environment.
That's what I thought, but then if that's not working, then
it's a 403.
So it looks like it's tried, but I don't know if it does it in the same way that Vault does it. It would just throw a 403 regardless.
Do we care about regions for anything? No. Oops. Don't, other than maybe not trusting Barnaby, put the thing in correctly.
You're welcome to
Yeah, I will.
to redo it, but I think I covered the right thing across.
I'm just checking the documentation. Yeah.
It says you should be able to get the token and
Yeah. But also they allow you to use vault_token as well.
Imagine that.
That's for job stuff. Well, I got an apply finished. So I don't know what token you added, but mine was fine.
I added the one from the bit you posted in Discord.
You must have added a extra space or something.
Yeah, the way my Discord is formatting it does split across 2 lines, so that may have done it.
Sign in with Vault. Sign in with Vault. Sign into Vault using the configured authorization provider after logging in the policies and rules. So we're listed. Sign in with Vault. Sign in with Vault.
Hit the big red button.
It's not doing anything. What a shame. Oh. Does that have an issue with our policy?
So you request URL going to the right place.
With the Vault.
It says here create a corresponding role. We have that, right?
Unable to create provider. Connection refused.
You're trying to local host it.
No, I didn't specify ports anywhere. So what's Vault port?
282 consoles 85.
It's always easy. It's always easy.
Look at you. Watching you type in the commit message reminded me the other day. I went down like a right rabbit hole of because having to push things to get them to apply and just having a weird bug that wasn't working and just having a real like string of commit messages that mean random things.
I just leave them. I just leave at 1.
Do you have the same commit message each time when you're testing?
Yeah. If it's the same test, yeah. If it's the same test, it remains the same until it's fixed.
I try very hard to write commits of the thing I've just done because you always do something.
Oh my god!
Try and do like at least a couple words of what I've done.
When I'm getting frustrated, they become sort of puns about what I'm doing.
It becomes a diary.
Pretty much.
Okay. Clear networking. Sign in.
Yay.
I've provided for £400. I feel like this didn't update correctly.
I know that apply will fix it.
Would it be cached? Browser side?
Maybe. Nope.
I mean, it's doing the same for me as well. So.
First URL limit. Oh, it has to post that. Cool. Gzip, what? Host nomad, origin nomad, refer nomad.
That looks fine.
Yeah, this is like the Vault provider's not actually like worked correctly. Probably don't need to rebuild the polynomials. The taint feature via the UI is so nice.
Yep. It came up.
Well,
Oops, I don't think I'm allowed to say that. So, never mind.
it's one of those small quality of life things that, yeah. It certainly saved me from having to like mess with state before.
Yeah, but unfortunately, on client side, we don't have that privilege.
Well, yeah, depends on versions.
It tends to be old.
I used a Terraform function recently, and I can't really remember what. But no, if you're managing Terraform workspaces with Terraform, if you want to load an HCL block into the variable, you have to use a function. Before 1.8, there was no way of doing it.
Wait, could you not just? But then you would have to use the UI and then take HCL, right? But other than that, yeah, there was.
Well, no, yeah, you could set HCL to true, but you couldn't add information to it because it had to, you could only add a single line string.
Well,
okay, how's that fixed it?
Let's find out. Nope, it hasn't.
Same issue. Unable to create provider 404 not found.
And
so I feel like we were getting further before.
Which part is creating the provider actually?
We did not want to redirect us to Vault rather than do that bit from Nomad.
Well, it looks like we're going into Nomad, which then there's the Vault website. Unless you put in the secret wrong as well.
I feel a lot bit more confident on that one, but
sorry, did I miss the part where we did part 6? Oh, that is what we're looking at, I guess. Yeah, because part 6 says we have to create a file where we put stuff in there.
So that's this bit.
Oh, okay.
it's valid for 2 hours, so it should be fine. It's not tied to a token. Or it's tied to the root token, which won't expire unless we revoke it.
So it's not finding the provider itself within. But do we know if it's actually communicating with Vault?
Sorry, Barnaby. It's not that I don't trust you.
Do the same thing.
I mean, the last time you corrected it, it worked. So why not? Wow. Wait, wasn't that supposed to be a secret? Like,
it'll expire in 2 hours.
I forgot that secrets didn't. Forgot that Terraform secrets don't paste as hashes like Vault.
That's a shame. That's a good thing, and it's temporary. So.
Is it temporary? Well, no, I think the tokens that it generates are temporary. We can always rotate.
Oh, I've not given the right client ID either. Oh no, that would be basic 64. I mean, no change, so obviously your thing's correct.
I told you 50-50.
He's already told you that. But this is you assuming that Terraform actually does the base 64 encoding, right?
I'm just following the guides for what they're telling me to do with Terraform.
Fair.
I feel like we need to get you maybe just get you the extra keys that are missing from your keyboard as a second keyboard, so you can just press pipe and backslash.
I mean, I have a second keyboard here. Oh, I expected this to be the base 64, because that's the client ID.
I think the IDs are encoded by default.
So I thought the ID was the path, but it doesn't look like it is. It looks like the ID is something else. So we're actually outputting all information.
Yeah. So the ID will be the everything involved gets given an ID.
So that's which is what will be failing. But luckily, I made it variable, not local, so I can just go client ID. Client ID is unsensitive.
Not tainting anything this time.
No, they should pick up the differences, because I have definitely set a difference now. Yeah, quite a different client ID.
That would make sense.
Yes, my output of ID is obviously wrong.
Yeah, because ID would be the path of the auth methods, whereas the client ID would be the
I'm used to
client ID.
I'm used to Keycloak, where client IDs are useful information, like easy to read and remember. Okay, this time.
Looks promising.
Boom. Looks promising, he says.
Nope.
You had more green, or I guess that was maybe that's the reload.
Just reload. Auth method. Saying can't create provider. So, yeah, there's something else that I'm missing. Oh, wait. Discovery URL is the issuer. Which it's I think the issuer may be wrong. It wants this issuer. So it wants vault address, identity OIDC provider name.
I see. You did say that will come handy.
Okay.
Last try.
Last try. Well, it's got some chips he still needs to eat. Probably a bit cold by now.
That's what microwave's for, right?
Probably the same microwave.
Not the same.
I'm gonna have it cold with ketchup. Don't worry.
You're going to dip in ice cream.
No ice cream. It's looking at me right now. Oh yeah, work tomorrow again. Today bank holiday.
Yeah. Back to the grind tomorrow.
Yeah. Looking forward to it. Need to study as well.
I've got my exam tomorrow.
Yeah. I wanted to study today, but I didn't get a chance to.
I wanted to study today as well and didn't get around to it.
You'll be fine.
I feel like I need to book an exam now to catch up.
Wait, did they send you anything? They haven't sent you anything, right?
No, there's the beta test you're talking about.
Just,
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Wait, at least we got further now.
No, this is my setup problem. Give me a sec. I need to do a different incognito. Don't worry about why. It's not.
It worked for me, but it directed me to. It says URL is not in the list of allowed. Oh wow, it's not in the list of allowed redirect URIs. Please make sure you're sending the valid redirect. Ah, damn it. Why? But I'm logged in ish.
I think it's Vault trying to send it back to Nomad.
Okay, so redirect is Nomad UI settings tokens, which I thought it's
It was the second one, right? That was the one of the second stuff in the list. Settings token, yeah.
You've got 4.9 in your top one.
Yeah, that's
4.6, 4.9.
fine.
Oh,
Nomad, devcastops.com, 4646 UI settings tokens. That
was it HTTPS? Like,
this is set in 2 locations. No, this is a Vault issue.
okay.
No problem.
Why is it 4.9 for the top one?
Don't. This is internal.
Just
Yeah, my Nomad ports knowledge isn't that great, so
yeah, same. I just thought it was 4646, but
What's 4? It's Nomad 4.2. Why is this thing suggesting the Nomad port is 4.2000?
I don't know. Maybe they spun it up in 4.2000.
I would. 4646. Cool. Vault, git adds, git adds, git commit, fix wrap. Okay.
Did you fix the other 4.6.4.9? I was having a look at the Nomad ports. Because you were 4.6, the top one, the redirect URI 4.6.4.9. I don't think was not in the standard list of Nomad ports. They have 4.6.4.6 for HTTP API. RPC is 4.6.4.7 and Surf one is 4.6.4.8.
I don't know.
Yeah, they have it in the thing. No, goodness knows. Maybe it opens it up on that port.
It's the autoclan. It's a temporary server used for OIDC callback when running the Nomad login command. So I think that actually should be localhost, because that's run on your local machine. So I will make that change.
Interesting.
Yo. I'm in.
It failed for me. Oh yeah, that's the same thing I'm getting as well.
Okay, I'm not going to debug this. I'm just a little bit curious.
I don't know. I'm signed into Vault.
Nomad, ACL, OIDC, complete auth.
Redirect. So
Busting, so. Self-anonymous members. I mean, more than likely we've given the token not enough access. Jump FaceTime. This, like, we've got the OIDC loop to run.
I just need to give it, start off with a full access and then whittle it down.
Yeah, now we just have to work out what access it needs.
Cool. Well, I guess in that case, we should say thank you for watching and come join us next time where we will hopefully fix our policy problems.
One can hope.
I guess it should stay the standard spiel. Follow us on Twitch and like and subscribe on the YouTube when this goes up there. And we'll see you all next time.
yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.